Have you ever noticed a trend in K-pop only to realize that it's become so overdone to the point that you're ready for it to die? Okay, that might be a little much, but you know, one can dream. But let's be real, trends come and go in K-pop all the time. However, some overstay their welcome, and for today's video, I am calling out those trends that I'm glad died, or at least the ones that I can help GTFO. You are all free to disagree or add to it, which I hope is the latter. And maybe there's more to discuss in potential future parts. And so, let's get started. First one up, those colored borders on the K-pop music videos. In the late 2010s, K-pop music videos were often in widescreen format, and typically the trend back then was instead of the black border, they showcased a typically bright colored border to enhance the music video. But with tons of K-pop music videos that went this route for so many years, it became distracting. I like to fully utilize my space, and I really don't need 30% of it taken up by canary yellow. Thank you very much. Next up are the Every Singin' Genie ads that were on the SM MVs back then. Most prominently in 2012, SM Entertainment's music videos were overrun with hard-subbed advertisements at the bottom of their artists' MVs promoting their Every Sing brand. Music videos like Shiny's Sherlock, FX's Electric Shock, and TVXQ's Catch Me, among many others, for example, had these promotions. No YouTube Premium subscription will ever be able to get these off the screen. Over a decade later, you're still forced to look at these tacky-ass YouTube advertisements that you can't click out of. They're simply a time capsule of the past with classic Gen 2 K-pop MVs with unfortunate company-branded ads. Thanks. Moving on, let's talk about the Trop House trend. A music trend most often found in K-pop from 2016 to 18, and sometimes every once in a while during summer promotions, this is the EDM sound that strives to make you feel like you're on a beach. Well, it was nice for a bit, but when it was Christmas time, I certainly was ready for Mariah and not exactly stand on my crack, thank you very much. Card and Brave Girls and Winners really were the faces of this trend for some time. Then again, here we are in 2022 in the middle of the world being on fire, and I'm kind of wishing I was at the beach now that I think about it. But still, it stayed the honest welcome, and I was kind of glad it died. There, I said it. Sue me, okay? Next one on my list are the unpopular K-pop opinions videos trend. If you saw my recent video going over the toxic environment of K-pop YouTubers, you'll know that I've already discussed how this particular YouTube trend has led to lots of tea spilling, creating a very negative environment for our community. Rude. While it may have started innocently enough, this YouTube video trend opened the floodgates, enticing K-pop fans to one-up each other on who could deliver the most negative opinion on the genre. It was funny at first, but it was apparent that the video content went south real quick. Like my life. Which then gave some tea-spilling channels a platform to spread malicious content that's not productive in this space. If you haven't already, make sure to watch my video about it, and most importantly, subscribe to this channel for clear skin. Thank you! Moving on are those pesky boxes our babies danced in. Early 2010s K-pop music videos had many K-pop groups that were stuck in a box performing their choreo. It was kind of Super Junior's thing for a while and became a bit of a running joke with fans asking when they were actually going to be let out of it. Given the fact that they were the top-selling group for several years, it was ironic to see them constrained for so long. Thanks, SM. K-pop fans of today don't realize how prevalent these K-pop sets were back then, but then again, we have many other common sets we see now, which brings me to warehouses. We come to party like a 세상이 모두 무너질 것만 갖고 살기 싫어져. Oh yeah, girl. 나의 신의 영웅을 가져다 줘. 'Cause I'm a champion. After many groups got out of their boxes, they then moved on to warehouses. And sad to say, some are still stuck in these rundown buildings that are not up to code. Ford Motors would be proud, honestly. And it's nice to know our babies have options if shit goes south in K-pop. But yeah, I wouldn't go as far to say that this particular trend is dead, because you still find K-pop choreography showcased in abandoned warehouses even today. Less so now, but I guess it's more cost efficient, and with the worldwide inflation, I get it. And also, let's not forget about the desert sets. And if you think it's just warehouses and boxes, let's not forget about the never-ending deserts. Who on earth wakes up and goes, I want to go dance on an uneven floor that's not exactly conducive to showcasing my dance ability? No one. No one ever says that. It was cute for a music video or two, but after so many sand in their crack appearances, I think I'm ready to go back to the water floors. We did not get enough of those, if you ask me. I'm honestly parched and could use a monsoon right about now. Don't fail me now, climate change. And another one on my list, the one phrase or instrumental choruses. For several years, particularly in 2017, 18, and 2019 in K-pop, many K-pop songs had choruses that came off as anticlimactic to some listeners. Not to be confused with K-pop songs with anti-drops, these were the songs that chanted a phrase or had some sort of instrumental that was essentially its entire chorus and nothing else. While it titillated some, it definitely did not titillate others. And boy, do I know about being titillated. I know you can't see me, but I am winking so hard right now with a smirk. Anyways, to some fans, K-pop songs in this period came off as lazily done. And while it was an interesting music trend for a bit, I was kind of glad to go back to the basics with the catchy chorus that I could sing along to again. Let me know if y'all agree, share below in the comments, and I'm still winking so hard right now. And last but not least, let's talk about the mullets. Mullets. I'm not sure if anyone here will agree with me. I mean, when it comes down to it, beauty isn't a eye of the beholder. But for me, I could never get on board with the mullet train. No, ma'am. It ain't hot in the 80s, 90s, or any decades. You could have the hottest K-pop star sporting that haircut, but we all know deep down that is not their best look. I know those are fighting words, but I've come prepared, sweetheart. Fight me, honey. I'll see you out back. We will settle this K-pop style. Bring your light stick for a duel, bitch. And then afterwards, we'll go frolic together and go spill tea about our bias, okay? Hey, that's it for today, friends. I purposely left out topics for potential future videos to discuss. Let me know your thoughts on K-pop trends that died or should die. And thank you all so much for watching. Please don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons for me while you're here. Check out many more of my videos, and I shall see you next time.